I am Pooja Patil and today's date is the 29th July and today's topic is the SQL. SQL is a structured query language which is a computer language for storing, manipulating and retrieving data stored in a relational database. SQL is a standard language for relational database system. All the relational database management system like MySQL, MS Access, Oracle, CBase informatics that an SQL server use SQL then the standard database language. They are the MS SQL server using TSQL, Oracle using PLSQL. MS Access version of SQL that is called JET SQL. Why SQL? SQL is a widely popular language because it offers the following advantages. Allows users to access data in the relational database management system, allow users to describe the data, allow users to define the data in a database and manipulate that data, allow to embed it within other language using SQL modules, library and pre-compilers, allow users to create and drop database and table, allow users to create and drop database and table, allow users to create, view, store procedures, functions in database, allow users to set permission on table, procedures and view. Then history of SQL. Dr. Ted Cord of IBM is known as a father of relational database. He described a relational model for database. Structured query language appeared then IBM SQL process when you are executing an SQL command for any RDBMS. The system determines the best way to carry out your request and SQL engine out how to interpret the task. There are various components included this process. These components are query dispatcher, optimization engines, classic query engine, SQL query engine. A classic query engine handles all the non-SQL query, but a SQL query engine handle logical files. Is a simple then the SQL commands. The standard SQL commands to interact with relational database are create, select, insert, update, delete and drop. Then the commands can be classified into the groups. Then data definition language. Create means create a table or view of a table or other objects in database. Alter means modify an existing database objects as a table. Drop, delete an entire table or view of table or other objects in database. DML, data manipulation language. Select, retrieve a certain record from one or more table, then insert, create a record, update means modify records and deletes means delete a record. Then data control language. Grant gives a privilege to users. Revoke means take back privileges grant from user. Then which is the use for the then SQL stands for the structured query language. It is the standard language used to maintain the relational database and perform many different data manipulations. Operation on data. SQL was invented in 1970. It is a database language used for database creation, deletion, fetching and specifying row. It is pronounced as a SQL. Then we can also use it SQL. SQL first appeared in 1974. It is one of the most used language for maintaining the relational database. 1986, SQL became the standard of the America National Standard Institute and ISO International Organization for Standardizations in 1987. Then it is responsible for maintaining the relational data and the data structures present in database. Then to execute query against database, to retrieve data from database, to insert record in database, to update record in database, to delete records from a database. to create new database, to create new table in a database, to create view in database, to perform complex operations on the database. Then it refers to the structure query language. It is true that SQL is a language but does not support the programming language. It is common language that does not have a loop, additional statements and logical operations, then cannot be used for anything other than data manipulations. It is a command language to perform database operations. The primary purpose of SQL is retrieve, manipulate, update, delete and perform complex operations like join on data present in database. That's it.